everybody, I hope you're having a great week. As we've been going through this series, we've been talking a lot about our story. This coming Sunday, I hope you join us. We're going to be talking about how our story is created and developed, and sometimes we don't always get to choose the path we're on. I've been reading through Ecclesiastes, and Ecclesiastes 7 kind of jumped out to me this week as we go through this development of our story and what that means for us. In Ecclesiastes 7 verse 29, it's written, "I have found only this, that God made men upright, but they have sought out many devices." Some translation says they sought out many different schemes. You know what that's saying? God made us with the ability to make right and wise choices. But yet so often as we try to develop our own story, we look for other things that we think fulfill us, that we think make us happy, that the ways that we think our story should be written. But yet so often our stories, when we do that, don't get written well, or they become incomplete stories. Have you ever read someone's paper and you just found a run-on sentence and you're wondering, what in the world are you trying to say? I think that's sometimes God, as he looks at us, as we try to force our own way and to write our own story, our life just becomes this run-on sentence that's just like, where are you going with this? If you just trusted me. In a few verses earlier in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, in verse 16, it's written, "Do not be excessively righteous, and do not be overly wise. Why should you ruin yourself?" Ouch. I have to be honest with you, when I read that verse this week, it hit me a little bit. You know what this is? It's about humility. It's about not trying to be the one who's in control, not being the one who's trying to make it look like we have it all together, being overly righteous. Like, I'm the great person that just walked into the building. I have it all together, because we don't. No one does. So stop acting like it. Stop putting on the fakeness that we do on Facebook and other social media, where we try to make it appear to all of our friends in the social media world of how great our lives are, when reality behind that screen, it's like, I don't know how I'm going to get through today. Can we just be real? Stop trying to be overly righteous. And then secondly, he said, the verse says, stop being a know-it-all. Stop trying to be someone who is overly wise, who thinks they have all the answers. The Facebook wars. Well, I'm using the big words and I have all the answers. No, you don't. And neither do I. That's why we need God. That's what humility is all about. And this verse says that when we try to write our own story, when we don't walk upright, in other words, connect with God, and we try to go with our own schemes, and then we act overly righteous, like we've got it all together, or we are overly wise, or where we try to act like the know-it-all, like we know everything, or we have all the answers. Verse 16 of Ecclesiastes 7 tells us we ruin ourselves. We ruin ourselves when we try to write our own story. We don't always get to choose what path we walk. We don't always get to choose what the next chapter of our life is going to be. But God's molding us. So stop trying to act like you have it all together. Let's stop pretending like we have all the answers. And let's just lean onto God. Let's have these daily encounters with him. Experience more him. Just be in his presence. Because he is the one that we need to be right before. He is the one who has all the answers. I hope you have a great rest of the week. And I hope to see you this Sunday as we talk more about how he wants to mold our lives, how he wants to write our stories. And we'll be talking about blended families and how God works through those environments for something significant. God bless. See you this Sunday.